Hi peeps, it's Tersse back on all squat box once again. And I don't know, I'm just here to talk about general stuff like Glasgow, my hometown, is going to be the seat of the Commonwealth Games for 2014. I'm thinking that's going to be good for the city and good for Scotland, I think, But I was hearing some statistics the other day and I was thinking, oh my god man, that's amazing, We are having a renaissance, I don't know how you put it, a renaissance, you might say, a renaissance of culture in Britain at the moment. The fact is that 50% of the population has visited a museum in the last year in the United Kingdom. And you've got to understand, we're not talking about, what do you call it, that Museum of the Ark or the Museum of, human beings with pet dinosaurs. We're talking about real museums. We're talking about museums of science, museums of history, museums of art, We're talking about, in Britain, we're having a renaissance of culture at the moment. We are having a huge amount of people spend at least one day in the year out of their lives going to a museum where they see the beauty, they see the constructions that men have made, painted, designed, we're seeing the things that people have dug out the ground, put back together. We're seeing that the layout of just the mass of life, in some of the natural history museums. But also people are going, obviously, it's sort of like it's also the year which is a remembrance of the D-Day landings, and the 1944 and stuff like that, the D-Day landings and the conquering of Europe and the defeat of Nazism, So I suppose in 2014 you can expect that to sort of be part of it as well. But yeah, we are a very, very thoughtful people in the United Kingdom. We do understand our history and we don't want to repeat the mistakes. But I think it's beautiful that we are having this renaissance of looking back to the past, thinking where we are, and hopefully learning some of those lessons, soaking them in, and looking to the future. I'm just wondering what you think about your country, no matter where you are, Denmark, Sweden, Holland, Belgium, France, Germany, America, Canada, Australia, New Zealand, China, India, South Africa, what are you doing? What is your country? What's the statistics for people who are looking to the past? Not as a I wish we were back there, but looking to the past, absorbing the lessons, the message that the past gives us, looking at what today's world looks like, and then wondering about where it's taken us, where our politicians and our our giants of industry are going to be taking us in the future, What do you think about that, I just think it's wonderful that 50% of the British population has visited a museum in the last year. Just wondering what the statistics would be in your country. Maybe you could find out. I don't know if you could Google it. I don't know if you could trust Google, I hear they're all tied up with the NSA now, But, who the fuck knows what's going on, Europe's had to fucking sanction fucking Google recently for what they were doing in Europe, so, you know, maybe they are all tied up with the NSA. They're all getting too political there. Corporations tend to do that when they want to protect their fucking monopoly. But, you know, what do you think about the country you live in? The people that are your neighbours? I'm quite happy to think that, you know, 50% of the people who live in my area have visited a museum of some sort, you know, be it art, natural history, science, a war museum even, you know, just to sort of like, you know, think back to the sacrifices that were made by the people that went before them in order to give them the lives they've got now, you know, and how much we've got to be thankful for, you know, and also how much we have to be careful that freedom, the ability to live our lives the way we do, isn't taken away from us by fucktards, you know. You know, I just thought I would make this video and just ask, what do you think? What are the statistics in your country? What do you think people around you think about the past, the present and the future? Do you give a fuck? Does anybody give a fuck? Blah blah blah, you know. Scones you are, motherfuckers. Got to say, I love being part of Europe because I get this fantastic fucking European beer, you know. Not to say Scottish beer isn't good, but I particularly like European beer and lagers. That they're often better tasting, cheaper. And higher alcohol content. Anyway, if anyone's ever watched this, let me know in the comments what you think about, you know, the common man in your area, or women, you know, kids, schools, you know, do they go out, do they have day trips, your schools, do they have day trips to take the kids down to show them, you know, the sacrifices made by, you know, your fathers, you know, their grandfathers, to provide us with the safety and comfort we have now? Or do they take them down and tell them that science is bad and men used to ride dinosaurs and as horses and have them as pets, you know? Cause I think that's fucking absurd. It's not your fucking bad, motherfuckers. But it's only my opinion, you understand that? It's only just my opinion. Although it's true, it's just my opinion.